Alright guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at Alibaba. So last time looks like we talked about this name. It was back in June 14th. So it's been a while. And last time when we were talking about this name, looks like it was somewhere here where stock was trading at around $76 levels after paying dividend. And I was talking about this name being in a downtrend, and I was not bullish at that point to unless it forms some sort of uptrend. So you can see on this chart this purple line, which is $77.50. That represents the closing price of 2023 and opening price right there. And that was the basically zero level for me. So anytime the stock was below this level, I was being basically bearish on this name. And anytime it flipped over this name, I was neutral to and also open-minded to the upside. So I was not expecting, of course, 2 days. A lot of people were not expecting the stock, basically China government stimulus, 2-3 days news, and stock pretty much gapped up from these $87 levels all the way $107 levels. So it's pretty far move, and year to date now, if we do measure this move from the beginning of the year, now all of a sudden Alibaba outperforming a lot of things. So 37% up year to date. That's basically beating any index out there. So what I'm watching from here, so is this stock, is it going to present more move to the upside? It can possibly, but is it a smart idea to chase it right here, right now? I don't think so. But let's take a look at the implied volatility, basically going into the end of since I trade a lot of options, and if you are not options trader, maybe something for you here, but technicals maybe, but also option activity. That's the main thing I want to focus on, because that's what went crazy basically 2-3 days ago, before even they announced that there's going to be a stimulus. FXI, this is basically China's iShares ETF, where a lot of flow is coming in, and you can see it is up crazy as well. I don't know if CHI, there's also another one, China ETF. This thing was going crazy as well, and if you don't trade options, you might miss these things. And a lot of people were front running it, and because, well, that's the market, right? Wherever the money is, somebody knows something, and orders were hitting well before the announcement came. And also, I think from this list of Chinese stocks, I don't know what you're watching, Alibaba, Pinduoduo, JD.com, there's Billy, there's a lot of others. I have posted it on my Twitter, you can check it. Two names that are negative year to date so far, and that is at the moment Pinduoduo, which was, of course, this zero line for me for this year is 145, 146. Of course, they guided pretty big down right here. But if they're going to start easing and giving out money, stimulus money to people, I mean, they might spend most of their money on Pinduoduo, Alibaba, and basically JD. And there's like 4 platforms, right? So that's where the money is going to go. Just like during COVID we had in the US, most of the money that was given to people spend it. Either they went shopping at Walmart or Amazon, or bought something online, Google. So 4, 5, 6 big companies, they basically captured most of that money, right? So same thing in China. I don't know the scope of the stimulus. I think their real estate was in trouble, so they wanted to inject 150 something million into the banking system, so that real estate, if real estate is underwater, I mean, banks are underwater, so they're supporting the banks. So I'm not sure about directly tech stocks, but these names for many people were undervalued. So what I'm watching for Alibaba. So going into in terms of options. So this is the Alibaba's put to call ratio, total call open interest, total put open interest. You can see there is 2.5 times almost more call open interest, and you can see going into October 18th and going into December expirations and also January next year, there's a lot of deep in the money calls being traded versus if you take a look at the puts, in the money puts, there's no put at all. These numbers, nothing. Outside of the money puts usually are traded when people just want to collect premium, they sell it. So, and right now I noticed on many names such as Pinduoduo, Baidu, JD, and even Alibaba, a lot of people already basically taking profit who came in a lot earlier because if you guys remember Michael Burry reporting after Q2 that he basically most of his portfolio was basically 60% of his portfolio was JD.com, Baidu, and I think Alibaba. I don't know about Pinduoduo, but you have to double check. So my point is, I am basically from here. You can see these lines are resistance lines for Alibaba 95, 102, and then 120. These are the resistance lines. So I'm basically watching for Alibaba at least to test its 5-day moving average or 20-day. I'm not sure if it's going to get a 20-day moving average. So you can see 5-day moving average at 99 right now. So if we're going to see this chart basically pull back, consolidate, and then try to break out, that's when I would try to trade it to the upside. And I would not try to bet to the downside either because implied volatility is very high. So going into December of next year, this year, which is another 2-3 months left, stock IV is not significant actually. Even though we had so much volume traded, you can see the IV is 44 and stock is implying that it can move $18 up or down. Okay, so that's how much the option market is pricing in. So will it go take out this 120 and then basically go test next level of resistance, which is 138? So you can see last year 2023 this 120 was the high of that year, and ever since it hasn't seen that level. So it's been more than a year since it traded at these levels. So this is very pivotal resistance because it was resistance in 2022 as well. When we had a bear market, that level was a resistance. And then we have this level right here, 138. But the major would be this $120 level. Can it run up to these levels? Yes, but I don't want to bet right here, right now, saying that it's gonna keep going higher because stock year to date, if I told it already, 38.5% up. It's already outperforming a lot of things. Of course, many people will say that, hey, the stock came down from $319 levels. Even at this price right now, it's sitting 65% below that high. So it is underappreciated for that much. No, I don't judge it like that. And it's going to take years for this Alibaba to be trading that at that level. Market capitalization of Alibaba at this price of 107 is $257 billion. Can it push to these levels of 120? Absolutely. This year, I'll be watching this level as a very pivotal resistance level. And then if next year, if there's stimulus, of course, it's going to take time to get injected into the system and go through, right? I don't know if it's going to cause, I think their goal is to basically cause a little bit of an inflation because they were having deflation for quite some time. And also, Fed is easing. So if people start spending money here, I mean, trade should pick up, but we'll see. I'm not an economist, but I'm a trader, and from trader's perspective, here's what I'm watching. So basically, I'm watching for a pullback in Alibaba, and I want this name at least at its 5-day moving average, hover around, kill some little bit of a premium, and then try to trade it to the upside, because we have also election coming up. There's a lot of things going to be discussed, and I'll be very careful trading this one. But the names that are down this year still in China, so such as Baidu, trading below its yearly open. So year to date, Baidu is negative and Pinduoduo is negative. So I'm going to be focusing on those two names, but in terms of Alibaba, that's what I'm watching. So Baidu right here is 11.5% down. If you take a look at Pinduoduo year to date, if you go take a look at my Twitter, I just posted it as well yesterday, 7.5% down. So I would be looking into these names that are basically, they did move up, but they can move a little bit more. So in terms of capitalization, I do like a little bit more Baidu, which is significantly less, 37 billion, but we'll see. I want to see this name also consolidate a little bit, pull back a little bit. So that's the update going forwards for the October, and for the rest of September we have only one trading session left. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.